go. We're live. What's going on? TOUGHBUILT sent us a box of tools. One of the last lives that we did, we ended up abusing some of the 1000-volt rated tools here, and we stripped down the insulation. We chopped them up. TOUGHBUILT ended up joining the stream, not joining, but joining in the chat live, and said that they were going to send us a couple of tools. In the email, they were happy about the transparency and that we didn't sugarcoat anything. And the email actually said they were going to send us some more tools to abuse. So depending on how this live goes, we might have Tools with Souls join, and I might even take this to the garage and just start streaming on my phone because we're using StreamYard. So we got some options here, but let's get into it. Let's see what they gave us. Before we get started, if you're new to the TOUGHBUILT brand, you guys should know that they make really good products. I've had this since the days of Sears, early 2009, 2010, and this has been used just about every day for work. The clips are still held up really well. And even some of these that have broken before, I've just re-riveted together. And you can get other cheaper belts, pop these off, and re-rivet your own if these ever break. So it's not the end of the deal or the end of the day. This particular pouch here, I get a lot of questions about this pouch from the shorts that I do. This pouch cannot be acquired unless you buy like the set with the belt and everything. I wish they sold this pouch by itself. I hope TOUGHBUILT's listening. They were listening last time we did a live. So if you guys sold this pouch, even if it was $10 more, you guys would have a lot of happy customers. And I think they've changed this design. This used to be kind of like an elastic, and it wore out in no time, but it was nice to hold a tape measure on. What's up, Joshua Wilson? What's up, Jamie True? And Miss Tools and Tactics is here. All right, so we got the box behind us. Let's see what we got. Now, while we get this open, I am going to grab my phone and check the audio myself to make sure everything's going good, because I won't know until it's too late. So let me see here. Can anybody hear me? Good? Let me know. Looks like the settings should be good. At the end of the deal, or at the end of the day, that'll work. All right. Let's get it open. One of my favorite things about these TOUGHBUILTs is that they got this release button here, and this thing is too much fun. Now, we're not sugarcoating anything here. I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly about this brand, and they prefer that I do that. I actually don't recommend you use this knife for on the job. It's really fun to have. It's a great hobbyist knife for the house. It's a ton of fun, but it's just not as reliable as I would like. I bought 2 of them. I haven't returned it. One broke, sort of. I like it enough to just keep it around, but I would not take this on the job site with you. You're not going to have fun with it once sheetrock dust gets in it. I'm just saying that. All right, let's get this thing open. I'm actually going to pan this camera down here. No, that's pretty cool. All right, so it looks like we got a notebook. See if there's any secret messages written in here. Oh, it's like a little graph paper too. That's pretty nice, actually. So I'm not a fanboy. I'm a huge fan of the company, but by no stretch of the imagination does this channel ever fanboy certain tool brands. So I don't know everything about what I've got here. Um, nothing staged, nothing's ever staged, and the only opinion I have is whether it's junk or not. So we are the first ever normal box opening. Yeah, I don't know what's in here, so I don't want to break it. Oh, dude, this is awesome. All right, so we got the metal cap screwdrivers. So the metal cap screwdrivers. When I first became an electrician, the only metal cap screwdriver that you could find was, I think it was a Stanley. And they were yellow, and they were super heavy duty. And it came with a Phillips and a flathead. And you threw the Phillips away because it was a number 3 for some reason, and you kept the flathead. And they were pretty awesome. So I'm glad to see some more screwdrivers with a metal cap, because I can tell you right now, as an electrician, you're always beating on a screwdriver, whether you like it or not. And I like the grip on the TOUGHBUIlt a lot. So let's see what we got. I don't want to jam a hole in my TV. Oh, by the way, their packaging is no joke. Like, it's seriously bad in a good way. All right, so this is my 2 cents on this. No one's ever going to put a wrench on this. Anybody that's doing a screwdriver review and says, I suppose you could put a wrench on this, that's why you sub to this channel, guys. No BS. It looks like a good screwdriver. I like the tip on it. It's going to last a long time because it's not like this style. Not this. Frankly, I don't know where it is, actually. Hang on. I thought we just had it. We did just have it. There it is. It's not like this, and that's why we cut this up, is because now a lot of comments said they like these tips because they go on a certain slot of screw better, I suppose. To me, this is the way of cheaping out on what could be a really, really nice tool. Because anything that starts off really thick and all of a sudden tapers down to a fine point never lasts as long. And you wind up beating on these anyway. As an electrician, some job sites won't even let you on the job site if you don't have an insulated beating screwdriver, because when you're knocking into panels and stuff, certain data centers, they want you to use an energized hot work protocols, of course. But when you do enter that box, there's a potential for it still to be energized, even if you shut it off for safety. And they want you to use an insulated screwdriver as your beater. So a better tip would be preferred. And the guy that was in the chat actually said that he was going to pass that on. So I am glad to see the better tip here. The Phillips I instantly put down because I'm probably never going to use it. That's just the way it is. It looks nice. We already know how they wrap all this, so no doubt there's metal going all the way down this, and then it's got the really hard plastic and the rubber all the way around it. We've already stripped one of these things apart, and we actually ended up bending a Klein screwdriver on it, trying to pop the cap out of the back. Right here, we physically put a screwdriver in here. We completely mangled a Klein beating screwdriver with a round shank. And by the way, I will say this, the Klein beating screwdriver is a waste of money because it's a premium for the beater and it's actually a piece of crap. So save your money, don't get the Klein beater, get the standard Klein screwdrivers, or get this, because, not this. Get this, this actually looks pretty awesome. One other thing I'll mention from expertise, this right here, because it's got that extra kind of thickness here, is going to help it stay in certain tool pouches a lot easier. I'll show you what I'm talking about right now. So you see how this is kind of sitting on top of there? Watch this. Even though the screwdriver's longer, it's going to make up for it right now because this piece right here is going to sit right there. See, I know what I'm talking about. So that's actually a huge design feature. You didn't even know it was there, but that's a big deal. That's nice because a larger screwdriver is going to be bulkier. It's going to want to swing around more, and you've got something to kind of mitigate the length of this with the top heaviness of it. So that's nice. Oh, nice. We got their control screwdrivers. This looks pretty interesting. Precision set plus the soft case. Yeah, we can get these open too. Are these the new models? I don't know, man. I think everything's pretty well new for this brand for screwdrivers and stuff. So I'm going to say yes, but trying to figure out the best plan to attack this. It's probably just... Oh, this is cool. Okay, this is a big deal because what this looks like right off the bat is that this is going to sit here like this. So if you do this work really often and you're doing like PLCs and control work, a lot of techs will have these screwdrivers on their hip like this, ready to go. And it looks like this thing's going to fold over the top. So let's see how that looks. So what I'm looking for is a slot for a belt, which might be kind of cool. Doesn't look like it's going to do it. It's not going to do it. So it can go on your belt here. If we did that. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Did we get it right? Where does it even go? Right there? Right. Oh, I see it now. I mean, that's kind of cool. Looks professional. What do you guys think about that? That's kind of cool. The thickness of this is not needed. Like, they went out of the way to make sure that you're going to have a lasting case. That's pretty cool. They're sticking with their shapes that they do. It's pretty impressive, honestly. The tips... You know, I hate to say this, but we're probably going to have to put the tips in a vise and compare them to something and probably see if we can break them in the future. So be looking for that live because we are going to abuse these. That's what they want us to do with them. So that's what we're going to do. The grip is really nice on them. For what they're designed for, they're plenty strong enough. The grip is awesome on these. I can't describe how good the grip is on this. It's great. Oh, look, you got a little washer there. No, it's not bad. Not bad. And then it's got the size right there. The TOUGHBUILT levels look interesting. Let's see if there's one in here. What is this thing? Folding pull saw. Really? This thing looks sick. Dude, I don't know what plastic they're using. Usually I just rip everything open. All right, it says lift to unlock. Is that gonna go? You gotta be smarter than the saw. Oh, okay. So you just lift this. This is nothing, apparently. I don't know. All right, so okay. Okay, so that locks there. That opens it. And then this just sits in there. Okay, I got it. I got it. That's kind of cool. I like how I like that cog action there. That's kind of cool. All right, so I've got a couple of these. I'm not always doing woodwork, and what happens with my saw is that it usually sits for a while flat inside of a drawer, but inevitably you end up putting something on it, and then you wind up messing up your blade. So depending on the price point of all this stuff, I'm afraid to just grab this and the sheath, you know, just chop my whole hand off live. Are we gonna do it? Just pull on it? What the world, man? Okay. See, I'm glad we didn't do what I was about to do. This pops off. This pops off, and then this must be a piece of paper. Yeah, good thing we didn't slide on that. That would have been bad. Let's see here. Does it do the saw thing? Oh, okay. Not bad. So it's got fine teeth on this side. More progressive over here. Cool. Figure out how to, there we go. Okay, there we go. We snapped it. So there we go. I figured it out now. This just snaps in there. Nice. And it fits in your tool bag. That's pretty cool. Ooh. I've been wanting one of these. It's been hard to find one. They're always sold out. Seems bigger than it needs to be. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Oh my goodness, man. All right, so it might be a tad longer than it needs to be. I think a normal handle will probably stop right about here. But if they're trying to enclose the whole blade, maybe that's why they had to go a little bit longer, because they had to incorporate this mechanism here, I guess. The grip is nice. It's just like the screwdrivers. And it's actually pretty comfortable. It's pretty cool. We're going to have to try it out. Put it down. There it is. All right. I've been wanting this for a long time. I just couldn't find it. So let's get it open. All right, fun story. Sliced my tendon trying to sharpen one of these years ago. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. So I lost the that motion of my thumb. So yeah, it's the last time I probably held one of these too. Was it just flip? No, it's gonna. Hang on, we gotta flip it. Oh, when you throw it that way, that's pretty easy. All right, so it's got a knife clip. It's got a lanyard loop. It's got a flathead / pry bar screwdriver. It's got a thumb stud. And let's see how sharp it is. Let's try a piece of cardboard. It's not bad. It's not razor status, but it comes fairly sharp. It's got some stippling or stippling, however you pronounce it. It's got pretty good grip on it. It's not too bad. The blade play. If you can see that there. It kind of makes a little jooky noise now. Or it's more of a feel. It's not bad. Let's see if we can throw it down now. Not yet. I've got the flip utility blade knife. Uses it instead of the Milwaukee for work because of the grippy handle. Yeah, the handle is nice. I agree. The Milwaukee Fastback's got to be one of my favorite knives for just everything construction wise. But this has a beat on grip all day. Oh, nice. We got a 25-foot tape measure. These are awesome. I've got a I got the 16 right here, and they're great tape measures. I don't have any complaints on them. Nice, easy to read. They got the cheater marks, fractions. I don't know if I like this more than my Crescent or not. The Night Eye. That's how much I like it, because the Night Eye is a great tape measure. It's pretty close. This is a really nice tape measure. If you're curious, this or the Crescent right now, for me. It's surpassed Fat Max. So if we that's 9 feet there. Not bad at all. What is this? It says press to open. Ha ha ha. That's kind of cool. It's a microbit driver. Oh, I like that. That's cool. We recently bought this one the other day just because it slides as well. And then these have, you know, a magnet, and I'm sure the bits are absolute trash though. And then it's got the driver built in. But it's just kind of a cool, you know, anything that keeps your bits together is money in the bank, because you can have these in multiple different spots, but if you got them all together, your chances of actually keeping all your bits increases by like a bajillion %. That's why I like these Kleins. I like these Kleins not because they're great screwdrivers, but because all your bits stay together. And that's the only reason. They're not, there's nothing really great about it. It's got a big handle. I got big hands. It's not as comfortable as the TOUGHBUILTs are, but the bits stay together. So you've always got everything you need. And the fact that I haven't lost a bit in like 3 or 4 years says something. Oh, let's get this open. This looks pretty cool. I do like that a lot. If these are magnetic, that's going to blow my mind. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to dump it. I think they're magnetic. Yo. They are freaking magnetic, dude. This feels awesome. This is really aggressive. You can hear it. It's got really good grip on it. I'm trying to think what I'd describe it as. Maybe like a rat tail file, but bigger. And it spins in your hand really nicely. This is pretty abrasive here too. It's stuck on there. We can't pull it out. We got to test these bits for durability. Oh, the back's magnetic too, so the bit doesn't fall out. Ha ha ha. That's cool. Hey, you can hear it go click. It's nice. There's nothing really special about it, but just the magnets alone, it goes a long way. Are these tamper resistant? Certain computers and stuff, the battery casings, they have a tamper. Yeah, it's tamper. Where does that go? How does it go? Okay, hang on. No, goes in. Oh, okay, it snaps in there. All right, so it's got a little bit of tension there, and then you just push it. Oh, we almost lost one. It's decent. It's very decent. I don't know what the price of any of this is. I'm not trying to sell you on it. I'm just showing you what they got. That's aluminum. Does it lock? That's cool. All right, now that we're, seems like we're drooling all over all this stuff, I'm going to show you a negative on this. This is their level here. This is one of the levels. It was on sale, so I'm guessing they figured out the design flaw on it. The magnets suck. They only have 2. So the magnets might not suck. Well, no, I'm sorry, they do have 3. The magnets probably don't suck, but the amount of magnetivity this thing provides sucks. Also, whenever you're trying to use it, you see this 30 degree here? When you're trying to get 30 degrees like this, you have to put this on the bottom of your conduit because that's where the magnets go. So you can't put this on the top in any which way to get your 90. It seems like this bubble is backwards on an opposing slant that it should be, because if we were trying to get 30 degrees like this and we were kicking our pipe up like this, I hope it might be backwards on camera. You can see where there's the magnets are down here. So you'd have to put this on the bottom side of your pipe to get your 30, which would be right there. So it's the little things that go a long way. I can show you a Klein level to show you the difference of what I'm talking about. Here's a Klein one. The bubbles are this way, like this, like they should be. And the magnets on the bottom. Magnets on the bottom here. But you can see that the bubbles are the opposite direction. Man, this is terrible to show you guys. There we go. So, just like the Klein has here, we're at 45 right now. It's not useful, is what I'm saying, because these are going this way and the ToughBuilts are going that way. So it's reasons why you sub to channels where people are actual, masters of their craft and they know what tools are actually going to be useful. Because this looks like a really nice tool. All I use it for is hanging pictures, honestly. And the magnets aren't as good as another comment said. Russell Barheight says, I'd break it. Generally, I'm hard on tools as a mechanic, but happened to stumble upon your stream. Thanks for all the info. Hey, I appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to get to the comments here in a minute. I just want to try to get through all these tools. It's quite a few. So, big thanks to ToughBuilt. And okay, this has potential. This has potential. Let's see. Let's see what it's got. So it's a dialable level bubble. And I'm going to tell you why this is useful. And it's very specifically useful for electricians. Now, while I'm opening this, I'm going to show you a short because the next thing is coming up. And yeah, let me show you. Share screen. And this one. This one. ToughBuilt jab saw. Comes with a spare blade and a sheath. Double thick sheetrock. So it's double sheetrock right there. And see, the blade is plenty strong. It's a pretty decent knife.
Seem like it has a little bit of play
knocked
here,
it out of the park the first try. I mean, you can see we're not being gentle on these tools.
Really
We
strong.
never are.
That's double thick sheetrock.
And this is right out of the box. So we're just trying to show you what you're, going to get.
And it's a sheath. It does sheath things. Let me know what you guys think.
All right, let me get off of this. Hang on, my dog seemed to have opened the door.
How did you open the door? Why?
Using his dog fingers or something. I'm gonna have to cut this to get it open, I think. Yeah, we're gonna cut it. What is this? Oh, that's the dial. Okay, let's get it bigger. Hang on. Let me get rid of this. Does it stay where you put it? It needs to stay. So we're going to put this on absolute 0 right now. I'm going to shake it quite a bit and see where it goes. I'm going to stay it on 0. All right. If you have a table bender for conduit, which is a large apparatus that uses hydraulic pressure usually to bend the conduit. It has a big old shoe and it pushes down on your pipe. And you're talking like 3-inch, 4-inch pipe. When you set this up, you're not guaranteed for your floor to be level, especially on a job site. So what you wind up having to do, just like if you were to try to bend conduit and you were on a scissor lift, you would need to match your angle bubble from whatever your conduit started at before you started bending it, and then match your bubble. So sometimes you'll be bending 90s on your scissor lift, and you'll have to make sure that your bevel is riding the line for whatever reason because your scissor lift wasn't level. This is useful for that because you can dial this to, effectively whatever 0 is. So you can start with whatever you started with and then adjust accordingly. That way this stays exactly where you want it based on what your floor is doing. And then when you put it back on the pipe, you can verify that everything's staying the same. So when you don't have a level playing field to start with, these are especially useful. And this is just pretty cool. So let's see what the magnet does. And we're going full send. I don't even know. It's pretty decent. Yeah, that's more than adequate. That should be enough showing you. That's a decent magnet. Cool. I wonder, I'm looking at this. I wonder if you can dial this in with an Allen and get this a little bit tighter. Maybe this will work. Nope, that's not going to work. Hang on a second. Let's see if there's an Allen in here. Let's try this one. I don't know. We're going to get back to you on that. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put it in backwards. And just what I had handy. Sorry, TOUGHBUILT. I don't know what that Allen is for, but it doesn't seem like it wants to twist. Like you can dial anything in. Cool. And they gave us another folding jab saw. So you guys have seen the folding jab saw. These are the blades that it comes with. Yeah, I think I'll make all this stuff. I think it's I really can't remember. All right, let's check out the comments. So we got the flex. Okay, you guys are talking amongst yourself. That's cool. Hey, did you guys see the short that I posted about these bits here? These were at Lowe's. Well, these were at Lowe's. They rung up for like $3. They were $8 on the back aisle, and rung up for $3. So I went back, grabbed more, and then as I'm walking through the aisle, I'm telling everybody because I have like 15 in my hand. I was like, "Hey, these are $3. You should get some." I was handing them out. So those were. The receipt is taped to the box, so you guys couldn't see my address. So I'm not going to bother pulling that off. These were like $360, and these were like $260, I think, which is still a steal because we effectively got all this for less than $50, which, you know, is 15 regular price. All right, let's do some Klein comparison here. So this is the TOUGHBUILT here. We've already shown you the strength of this. You can see that it's clearly more rigid here. You can hear my fingernail underneath there. Here's an older style of Klein where the plastic is much like the TOUGHBUILT is, where it's over the top of it. Here's also another older style Klein. I've got a newer one here. Hang on a second. Here's a newer style before they started putting the lanyard loop in them. I'm not a fan of lanyard loops, but the industry's changing with standards, and now you have to have a lanyard loop for whatever stupid reason. You can see where this insulation meets right up against this screwdriver. I think it'd be interesting if we strip this back a little bit for you guys to see the thickness of this insulation and the toughness, because this is the gold standard when it comes to readily available on the shelf until TOUGHBUILT came out with their stuff. Yes, my flex battery, we opened up one live. It wasn't leaking, but we did find some black kind of oily something in the bottom of it, but it was not pooled, and it wasn't a lot. It was noticeably there and had some dampness to it. But I've seen videos where the stuff is just leaking out, and I've had a lot of questions about it. All right, so what better tool to use than wire strippers when stripping insulation, right? This is the Klein one, and you're going to see how soft this stuff is. We're just going to go here. Don't do this to your tools. You know, it's not real thick. It seems like they went with less to get a thinner profile, which is fine. But you can see how soft this stuff is and how you can just kind of tear it up like this. So I would say this is definitely a step up of the other Klein stuff. There we go. So that's the thickness. Right there. So I'm going to assume this is the same. I don't want to tear it up. But look, see how marred that is? And just, it's almost like furry. With how scratched it is, you can really hear it. That's just what this insulation does. Now, this is a really versatile screwdriver. TOUGHBUILT needs to make something like this because this is just great. I think DeWalt has one similar. This right now is still probably one of my favorite screwdrivers, just to have an everyday grab, because you can always just switch this piece out and you get a really nice cabinet style tip for it. But it doesn't have the was the ECX style. So this, got too many tools on the table. This one here is that combination, and it's awesome. And there's some things I realized after the stream, that one of the benefits with this is that this is actually a number 1 square. So it fits in the number 2 slots, because electrical has these screws like this. And these holes here are actually number 2. But because it's a flathead and a number 1, it just fits beautifully in there. And I didn't even realize that it wasn't a number 2. Like, that's how good it fits. I didn't even realize it wasn't a number 2 until after the stream. Because I can see if we can get this to stay. It stayed on some of the box screws. I don't know if it's going to stay on this. Hang on. Is it going to stay or not? No. It kind of wants to, but also I'm not going to force it. On the box screws, it stays really nicely. On the receptacle screws, it stays nicely. These just aren't deep enough. But they're really smart with going with a number 1 square with a flathead instead of a number 2 square, because you can fit it in just about everything. All right, so back to the installation. I dropped it now, but you guys saw it. You can see how much thicker this insulation is. The red is almost the same thickness as the orange was, and then you still have a layer of yellow. And this stuff is a lot harder. A lot harder than the Klein stuff is. You can even hear it pop when I pulled it off. And it's actually hard to smash it with your fingers. It might even crunch when I close it. Yeah, it gave a little crunch. So it's not near as soft. So I feel like this insulation is going to last you a lot longer. Yeah, you can hear it just crumble in there. The Klein stuff is nice. It's more like a rubber though. So you wind up with just tearing up your screwdriver tips. That being said, you know, screwdriver's a disposable item. You know, I'll beat on anything. So screwdriver breaks, I just buy another one. So they don't have to last great. Doesn't matter if you scratch this part up. But the grip and everything's just superior. Oh, let's see here. What's up, Robert Walton? Yeah, hit that thumbs up. He's only number 5. What's going on? The grease will wipe right off the tool or the battery itself, but fabric or something will be a challenge. Yeah, man, the flex leaking fluid is a pretty hot topic recently. And what I've heard previously in other comments is that you just tell Flex and they send you another battery because you've got that lifetime warranty for, what is it, the first 3 years or whatever, if you had bought it and you register it within 90 days. And then you've got 5 years after that. So just call Flex up and they will send you another battery. That's what I've heard. Had the same issue just leaving batteries in the hot garage. I've left quite a few batteries in my garage. My garage is a little bit more insulated. It's not like just an oven. So maybe that helps a little bit. I think my buddy's, one of his Flex batteries is doing the same thing right now too. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I posted this video yet, but I recorded it and I can show you on my phone if I can find it. I gave my buddy the 840, maybe the 850, I can't remember. Then I gave him the 840 to try out. I gave him a power stack battery, and we gave him a 2.0 or 1.3 or whatever that. Yeah, I think it's a 1.3, whatever that piece of crap DeWalt battery is. And we're gonna see if we can convert him to DeWalt. Because I mean, the stuff is fantastic. It really is. The power to weight ratio that you get with DeWalt is just amazing. And they've got stacked lithium. So, I mean, it's enough said. It's just, they're just really, really versatile tools that are almost the same size as the 12 volt when it comes to it. By the time you figure Milwaukee with their 6.0 battery in a 12 volt tool, you may as well be carrying an 18 volt tool. I mean, the thing is huge. So, the 20 volt DeWalt, in my eyes, is the way to go. Here's a. Hey, you gotta try this out. You want to go? No, you're getting it. Here you go. Try it out. Let me know what you think. There you go. So there you go. So he's gonna report back on the DeWalt and let us know because he's still running tools daily. I'm not running tools daily. I'm running tools every so often. I'm not like I used to be. Let's see here. Hot topic was just some air and hail cuts. Yeah. Oh, the stack lithium. If it doesn't leak, man, that'd be good. That would be good. He said he went through heck to get his batteries replaced under warranty. Interesting. That's not what I have heard through my comments. And Robert Walton said, not insulated, but my old American-made Craftsman screwdrivers are still holding up. Man, somebody handed me one today, and I got to open a panel with one. They're so good. They're just the Craftsman, the clearish, almost white, grayish, blue with the red are just great. There's nothing wrong with that. I was at someone's house probably about a month ago, and they slid open a drawer that didn't have any sliders on it, and it was like one of the original Craftsmans like that, and he kept them all nice and everything, and I was like, man, you sure you want me to open a panel with this thing? It's too nice. yeah, it's hard. It's just the grooves and everything, they're great. Wait until you get your hands on something like this, though. I don't know how that's going to hold up long term, but like I said, as far as I'm concerned, screwdrivers are disposable. I'll buy another one. You use your screwdrivers too much, and the grip that you get on these is just too good to ignore. It really is. I love Klein, but this one here especially, this one right here is going to replace and take precedence over my Klein. So that's kind of upsetting. There's something that I was telling ToughBuilt they need to do. I'm going to show you guys right now. And we're going to see if we can force one in so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's called training your tool bag. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Maybe. I can only do this because it's a brand new Klein pouch. So if it's brand new, you can do this. If I've owned it for quite some time, it's already been done. What you do, this slot here, Klein is notorious for this. This slot right here will fit this screwdriver. Takes a lot of training to get it done. And at first glance, you can see here that it does not want to fit. But give me about 5 minutes and we're going to have this in here. Tools and Tactics style. Hang on. Let me get this out of the way. We may as well put on the belt. You just start working it right here like this. And all Klein tool pouches will do this. It's kind of an unspoken thing with Klein. I did this for my buddy Anthony, the guy that I was teaching how to bend conduit live. Sometimes you got to grab this right here with your needle nose. We might do that actually. Or we might try to shoehorn it in there. I don't know. Hang on. And it's not easy. But once you do it, it's set for life. Hang on, I'm going to have to get on top of it. There you go. Whew. It's a workout. Now, leave this in here for about 5 minutes or so. This will always go back in here. And there we go. Now we can pop it out. You know, we're just going to let it sit. We're just going to crown it right there for a minute. All right, so this is kind of an unspoken thing that only people with experience in years to come, man, if you don't have somebody teaching you this stuff, no one will even know that these things fit these pockets or that this screwdriver can even fit in this pocket. So that's just one of the benefits of this channel, one of the many benefits. And all right, so we popped it out. You can see it's forever big now. We should be able to put this back in here relatively easy. I'm not going to say it's going to fly in there, but it should just kind of know its place without too much struggle. There you go. So this pocket is forever trained now. And now any Klein screwdriver, these are smaller, will fit in there. And it's a huge deal. Like that's a must. So it is absolutely essential that ToughBuilt makes it their screwdrivers be able to fit. This is a smaller one, so it probably will fit. No, it's not going to fit. We could probably get it in there, but this is a smaller base. I can already tell just from muscle memory that this is smaller. Yeah, it's smaller. Hang on. Yeah, it's way smaller. So this is what they need to make this really useful screwdriver fit in there. And that's why when I saw this on the metal caps and I saw that right there, that's a step in the right direction for ToughBuilt. Because now this has somewhere to kind of sit and it doesn't really move around as much. But it's still like they need to make this fit inside of a Klein because it's the gold standard whether you like it or not. So even on my ToughBuilt pouches, I have 4 C's open. These are going to be bigger than your standard ToughBuilts, and I can fit certain tools in here that you probably can't fit in yours. See, I'm going to twist this in here. This is going to disappear in here, and it shouldn't. See, most people's ToughBuilt pouches won't fit that. So they need to make their screwdrivers fit their competitors' tools, and then their tool pouches, and combined with their screwdrivers, it's an unstoppable deal because it's hard to beat this pouch for what it is. And I've got another Klein here. So just so we're clear, this is another one here. These are not the pockets that I'm talking about. This is the size. I don't know what the size is. I never actually measured it. But this right here will fit this with finesse, of course. So we're going to kind of finesse it in there. Standard, but it's not going to fit their 10-in-1. See? But we can finesse this in here because this pocket, this loop is the exact same size as the one we just raw dogged in there. So that's my number one cry would be that if they want to go somewhere and they really want to be a top competitor, they need to make their screwdrivers fit this slot. And I don't think there's too many electricians that would disagree with me on that. Because these aren't going to do it. They're just not. They might fit in this larger one, which is cool. But that's just a bigger pocket. Like, this isn't a standard size pocket. And their own belts are barely going to fit their tools. See how it's trying to teeter? That's a problem for me. That kind of rides nice because it sits right there, but it's up kind of too high if you ask me. It sits higher. You need your screwdriver to kind of sit lower with the profile, I guess you would say. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, that and the tip. So they got to get the they got to get this cabinet tip going on with their insulated. But even that, I mean, I can live with this tip on their insulated. It just doesn't fit. Then it'd be like, it wouldn't even be a question. It wouldn't even be a question on what am I gonna buy. Nice, got a sweat going. It would just be, that's the one to go get. I think someone's texting me. Might be Juan. All right. George Ordway said, yeah, Diligent Dave, yeah. I'll be finding out about my Flex Tool Spotlight this week. Under my brother's warranty, it was out for repair for a few months. Looking forward to getting it back. What happened to your light? Your DCD 800. Which one is the DCD 800? I know the I know the 801. Is that an impact wrench? And looks like Joshua's trying to help people out as always. Man, Joshua's a great guy. Are any hand tools still really made in America? Yeah. Who really knows? It's a drill driver. That's right. I knew that. That's the one with the adjustable light and everything. Yeah, I don't know. Is TOUGHBUILT made in America, all of it? I know a lot of it's designed in there. I don't know exactly where it all comes from. Let's see here. What is this one? This is man, it's hard to see. So is the new Milwaukee stuff going to be made in America? Yeah, this says made in USA right on it. Hard to see. Right there. Let's see where this was made. And no, it says micro SD. Haha. Intertech listed it. UK, CA, CE. Yeah, who knows? Anyway, yeah, that was the unboxing. Appreciate you guys dropping by. Yeah, exactly. Global materials, whatever. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, we're gonna have to do a torture test on the bits. I really don't want to, but it's got to be done. So we'll probably do some torture testing with these two. We'll get some DeWalt's and some Milwaukee's, and we'll put them in a vise and see if we can which one will break first or do something like that. But appreciate everyone stopping by. And yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Let me see here. Yeah, taxes was asking, good deal. Dave, no. No good luck with the 800. Oh, he's still talking to Delusion Dave. We're out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Let me do something before we leave. All right. See ya.